Hi, Stamper fans. Welcome to another Make It Monday. I'm Nan Gerlitz, independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Bloomington, Illinois, and I am here live on my Facebook page every Monday night at 7 p.m. Central Time. So glad you could join me. Um, we do something a little different here every week. Last week we were coloring. This week we're putting a kit together. So I hope you'll join me all the time. My goal here on Monday nights is to give you some tips, some techniques, maybe teach you a little something you didn't know already. If you're brand new to stamping, I'll probably teach you a whole lot of things you didn't know already. Hello, Penny. So glad you could join us. Right on time tonight. Yes, so tonight we have paper pumpkin kits coming in. Please forgive me. So I have to say, Saturday night I didn't sleep well enough. Anyway, and I don't know about you, but it's always that second day where it really catches up with me. So today has been a very long Monday, and I'm like super out of it, tired. So this is a fun thing. Thank goodness. This is going to be a lot more fun than the rest of my workday was trying to stay awake, But forgive me if I muddle my words and forget my train of thought. So let's flip the view here. There we go. So yeah, we're putting together the paper pumpkin that came last week, I think it was, yes. So this is the July paper pumpkin, the Meaningful Flowers kit. The subscription period for this one is already over, but if you are a current subscriber, anytime there is leftover kits available, you are able to purchase those as well. So always another good reason to be a subscriber. It sure has been a Monday. I'm sure I'll get some sleep tonight. Thank you, Penny. It usually only hits me like one night. I had probably more than one Diet Coke for dinner, which I normally don't do caffeine after like noon. So I probably should have taken like a PM to help me sleep instead of just my melatonin. I never learned. So, but I should be fine tonight. So, all right, a couple of reminders. Your July coupons, your bonus coupons that you earned in July, they are only good until Thursday or through this Thursday, August 31st. Please don't be like me and place an order and then go, oh no, I forgot to use my coupons. So guess who's placing another order tonight? I've been reminding you guys every week, right? I've got this nice laminated sign right up on my desk. And did I remember? No. Lack of sleep. That's what I'm going to blame it on. The other thing that is going on through Thursday is our kits sale. Now, not the paper pumpkin kits. This is our kits collection. So our kits collection is a bunch of pre-designed kits. There are, oh my gosh, where did my little note go? I had a little note. There it is. There are so many different kinds of kits that we have. We have a lot of different card kits that are good for adults and kids alike. There are some that are probably kids would like a little bit more. We've got like this really cute card kit that makes like robot cards. It's really adorable. So that would probably be great to put together with kids. But, if you're just like a robot guy, that'd be good too. But we also have kits for treat packaging, tags. We have a memory notebook. We have home decor. We have a really cool card organizer. If you remember, they were popular like 80s and 90s, I want to say probably, but it's like a spiral bound notebook that had pockets for each month. So you wrote down people's birthdays that were in that month or anniversaries or whatever, and then you could tuck the cards and keep your stamps and everything right in there. So we have one of those kits that's super, super helpful and amazing. So that's all in the kits collection, and those are up to 30% off through Thursday, August 31st. After that, they go back up to regular price. And then we have our paper pumpkin kit that is available every month. You can subscribe month to month and just, put in your credit or debit card, and they'll just bill you on, I think it's like the first business day after the 10th, because you have until the 10th to subscribe for that month. And then that first business day, they start billing. Or you can purchase a prepaid subscription. Prepaid subscriptions come in 1 month, 3 month, 6 month, or 12 months groups. So when you purchase a prepaid subscription, you get a code that you can go and, excuse me, you can plug into the Paper Pumpkin website, and then your subscription will just run for however many months you purchased. It's also a really good gift idea because you get the code and then you activate the code when you're ready. You could purchase, 1, 3, whatever, how many months you want for somebody in your life that loves to craft, or maybe has some more time on their hands now, or, whatever it is. Maybe they're on the go all the time. Maybe they're RVing around the country, and as long as they can get their mail someplace, they can get a paper pumpkin. So, but it's nice to take with if they're campers or something like that. So yes, so you can purchase those and then just get the gift recipient, maybe make them a nice handmade card and include the code in there that they can go to paperpumpkin.com and redeem. So fun little gift, really easy to give, and thoughtful. So, oh, Betty, you should have gotten this one. So I will tell you, you're going to love the next month's one, and I'll show you kind of a snippet of that at the end. So, okay. When you do just a month to month as you go, you can cancel it at any time. Either one of these you can put on hold anytime. So if you're going to be, I don't know, going to the Greek Isles for a month, because who doesn't do that? Maybe you want to skip a month, and that's absolutely fine. You can skip a month either way you go, monthly or prepay. So some fun options for you. Let's get into some stamping, right? All right, so you all know I was very excited about this one because of the lotus blossoms. I actually introduced my son to the song that by Michael Franks, and he's like playing it on repeat in his car, I think. So that's cool. All right, so I got stuff together for just 2 cards because this particular kit made 4 each of 2 different cards. So 8 cards with matching envelopes, the whole shebang. I've included a couple of extra things of my products. I like to use a bone folder when I make my cards. You guys know I don't do anything without my Take Your Pick tool, and I love our paper snips. But honestly, any scissors would do because you're just cutting twine in this one. So I also found my Paper Pumpkin Stampin' Block. So this is the same size as the one I use a lot. It's the size D block that we sell. But you can see it's a lot thinner and it doesn't have the finger grooves. It works just as well. But this comes in your very first kit that you get. So if you subscribe to Paper Pumpkin, they will include this block. Any stamps you get with Paper Pumpkin will fit on this block. So you don't ever have to buy another block if it's not your intention to, have a huge craft room full of supplies and you just want to do the kit every month. We got you. All right. Included a couple other things. So, and we got Pretty Peacock ink pad this time, which is good because I don't have this one yet. So now I have Pretty Peacock ink that I can use on other things. I will be buying the full-size pad of that. I just haven't gotten to that one yet. So I love everything's included in here, including full color instructions. I put a link in the video description to the Stampin' Up's assembly video. They put together a nice little video with just background music of somebody putting together the kit. So there's no talking you have to listen to or anything like that. It's really nice. You can pause it and go whenever you want. So if you like a visual kind of, something to put together with somebody, that's a great thing that they provide every month. But they also have the full color instructions. So they'll show you how the cards look on the front, and then they'll tell you which pieces you need for each one. And then they'll give you the kind of it's just picture instructions for each of the cards. A nice little thing they included this month was kind of highlighting our tools. So like I said, You take your pick tool. Betty knows, she got one. She was like, I feel like I'm going to need that. So yeah, that's a super helpful tool to have. Okay, so let's start with our forget-me-nots, which I do love forget-me-nots as well. Anybody remember that song from, like, I think it was the 80s? Send me forget-me-nots. I can't remember who sang it, but I did like it, clearly. I think it was sampled on some other record later, like in the 2000s or something. Who knows? I'm rambling tonight, guys. Okay, so look at how cool this card is. So pre-printed card base, and it's like this fun fold, so it's not a whole thing, right? And on the back, it talks about the meaning of the forget-me-not flower. So your recipient will know exactly kind of, that you wanted to remember them, that, it reminds us to never forget the people we love. So just a really sweet little thing, right? And the matching envelope, very cool. Okay, so our instructions are telling us to do a little stamping on that banner piece. So I already cut open my little, and usually when I'm using my ink spots, now usually I use my full-size pads because I have almost every color. I did not have Pretty Peacock, but usually I get away with just cutting the one label, so it's kind of a hinge. That way I don't lose my topper, my lid. But if it's a larger stamp as well, sometimes I'll cut it all off so I can use it easier. Yes, so fun, right? I love that Stampin' Up! Includes things like this, like the explanation of the flowers, and just so sweet, like those little details. Okay, so stamp sets, there they are. And yes, I said stamp sets. Normally, when you subscribe to Paper Pumpkin, when you get your Paper Pumpkin every month, there is an exclusive stamp set in here, and this is the one for this month. Really cool, like lily pad kind of. I guess it's a Lotus Blossom pad. But got your forget-me-nots and then a few sayings. But this month there was a bonus, and they also included a second stamp set with the Lotus Blossoms. So very exciting. All right, so we are going to use this phrase that says, your friendship is unforgettable. I don't know about you, but I love making friend cards because, it's like, first of all, how many cards can I give to my sweetheart upstairs? Because he makes them himself. So not that he doesn't appreciate a handmade card. But there's only so many, right? And our parents, all of them are all gone, so we don't really make Mother's Day or Father's Day cards, anything like that. But man, friendship cards are just perfect. They're just so many people in your life that they apply to. So I love that the stamps are always photopolymer, so they're see-through. So super easy to line up and get right where you wanted it. Another thing that I do recommend, if you're going to, if you don't have something already, a Simply Chamois is a really good stamp cleaner. If you subscribe to Paper Pumpkin, or you're just starting stamping and you're getting regular stuff, whatever, but you don't have a cleaner yet, you can use like baby wipes, but please get the alcohol-free ones. That is the big thing that I always tell you, because alcohol will deteriorate your stamps and dry them out, and you don't want that. So if you're, choices have to be made. I know when you're placing an order and you're like, I only have so much in my budget, and so sometimes that stamp cleaner is just not as sexy as the new stamps, right? So I get it. So yeah, sometimes choices have to be made. So baby wipes are a good way to go. But the Simply Chamois is only like, I don't know, $8, I think. So certainly not a bank breaker. So this kit came with a full sheet of dimensionals, which I love. And on the instructions, they'll tell you exactly where to put the dimensionals. Love that. And they are not skimpy with them either. I like that. So it's not gonna be a wobbly flower. Because nobody likes a wobbly flower. All right. So here is my first take your pick tool, because I cut my fingernails the other day and now I'm having trouble pulling the backings off of my dimensionals. So pokey tip to the rescue. Oh yeah, Betty, the bone folder has a ton of uses as well. Absolutely. I mean, it's great for folding cards, obviously, but I tell you, I mean, I'm as an administrative assistant by day, and I actually have one of these in my purse because if I end up folding a bunch of letters or reports or something like that, I'm like, I don't want that divot line in my thumbnail because I want to get a good crease. So yeah, I'll totally pull my bone folder out of my purse, and people at work have laughed at me, and I'm like, go ahead and laugh. I'm fine with that. Okay, and this kit also included tear and tape. So one of the things I love about Paper Pumpkins too is they include even your adhesive. So whatever kind of adhesive you need to make these cards according to the instructions, it's included. And then you can kind of go off script and be a little crazy as well. So this particular one, it's telling me to put a little tear and tape in the middle of that banner piece on the back so that then we can do a little bow. And you don't have to tie a bow either. I'm going to show you exactly what I did. Oh, it said 8 inches, but I have my grid paper flipped to the metric side. So I don't know, we're going to do 18 centimeters. Okay, so I also wanted to point this out. I grabbed our regular tear and tape, and then this is the one that came in the kit. So you can see that this one that came in the kit is thinner, it's skinnier, which is absolutely fine. But I just wanted to show you the difference there. So sometimes you get some cool things, like some very mini glue dots. They'll come in the Paper Pumpkin kits, and there's always extras, and I save them because those are super handy. And this tear and tape will also be super handy, I'm sure. Another thing that the bone folder is great for is pressing down your tear and tape so you get a good adherence to your paper. Instructions, more like suggestions, exactly. It's like if you've watched Pirates of the Caribbean, they're more like guidelines, actually. Okay, so we've got, now, very important because I did this upside down first. So here's the top of my banner. I'm going to take this piece of linen thread or whatever it is, and I'm just going to kind of put it in half. Okay, so we've got our tails down here. And then I'm just going to take this middle and scooch it down here and stick it on. And then when you go like this, it looks like I tied the perfect bow. Totally easy, you guys. Seriously, cross it, pull the middle down, you're done. Nobody knows that it's not tied perfectly underneath there. And then we grab our dimensionals and one on each end. Now, normally, if I was going to apply this banner, I would put a dimensional over that thread as well, but they actually have us putting this on the inside of the card over this bouquet, which already has a dimensional right there. So if we just pop that right down, we'll kind of stick down that tear and tape, and then the dimensionals, and there you go. You have a pretty little forget-me-not card. And you can write your message right over here so as not to even worry about all the rest of it, right? And then you've got that great little explanation on the back. Now, how pretty would that look, like standing up on a mantle like that? I love it. Plus, your matching envelope. All right, on to our lotus blossoms. Almost forgot the name of it. That's crazy. All right, so I know this one has confused some people online because I am part of a couple of different Paper Pumpkin groups. And people were like, I don't understand. So this is one of those places where the video instructions would probably have come in really handy. Oh, I forgot to show you guys. The front of the envelope also has cute little pre-printed. Right. Right? That bow is pretty awesome. I mean, they're telling you on the instructions to tie it. I'm like, why am I tying it if I'm just going to put it behind there? So this one is what we like to call a hot dog fold. So it's long and skinny, and you still have the lotus blossom here. Strength, resilience, and wisdom. That's a pretty good flower. All right, so we have, again, a pre-printed base here. And we've got this cool vellum piece. So it's all, like you can kind of see, you can see through it. But it's, you know, tone on tone, or it's colored. Looks like starry sky, or maybe, I think it's orchid opulence. And then probably a garden green. Okay, and then we have this little die cut lotus blossom with its little lily pads. And this is where we're going to stamp our sentiment. And that is what has confused people. So this one, what does that say? There we go. Like it's backwards. You are capable of amazing things, which is another pretty awesome thing to send to somebody. So if you have a friend that is up for a job interview, or maybe they're thinking about, moving across country, or, just going through kind of a big life change, that'd be a nice card to get in the mail. Or even somebody that's just feeling a little down on themselves. That'd be pretty awesome. Okay. So you'll notice, because this ink pad is so small, it's just a 1-inch little ink spot. I turn it upside down and I take it to my stamps because it's easier to ink it all up that way. This is perfectly spaced to go right around that lotus flower. Oops. Voila. So it's that pretty peacock is definitely dark enough that you can see that no problem. There it is. I lost my chamois. I almost broke into song there again, guys. It's going to be an interesting night for the Stamper Man. Because when I get silly, I get a little punchy, and I already like puns, so he's in for a long night. Sorry, honey. Okay, so next they're telling us, grab your tear and tape. And we're going to make a little pocket out of this vellum piece. So we're going to turn it over. You can see it's not as bright on this side. So you kind of know which one's front, which one's back. And I am going to start by just popping this tear and tape all along the bottom. And it doesn't have to be exact. It doesn't have to meet. It's not going to be like a shaker card where anything's going to fall out. We just want to make a little pocket. So up both sides. See, and plenty of tear and tape for this. All right. Grab our take your pick. I will say the take your pick tool is so, like, I can't live without it for this alone. Just taking off the backing paper off the tear and tape, it's so much easier. If you have fingernails, you can totally do it. As I said, I just cut and filed my nails like yesterday or the day before, so I haven't been able to do much with them because you know how your fingertips just get to be like, we're not used to this. We don't know what we're doing. We've been covered up so long. But when my nails get longer, I'm irritated because I type all day long too. So it's not easy. All right. So make sure your flowers are going right side up. That's a big clue for you because, yeah, I've done that. Then this is just going to sit along the bottom. I mean, already that looks so dimensional, right? Like you're just so pretty, like it's just fading off into the distance. And then they want us to pop this whole thing up on dimensionals. So we will use 5 of those, because one for the middle, because we don't want anything sagging. I'm 58. I know about things sagging. I catch up with these comments. You guys are chatty tonight. That's nice. Yes, right? When you cut your nails, it's just like your fingertips have no idea what they're doing anymore because they're not used to being exposed and, you know, forced to do things. Oh my gosh. Okay. New use for bone folder, guys. That's a great one, Betty. Using it to squeeze the toothpaste tube. I love that. I never thought of that. And man, years ago we needed that. We actually bought something specifically for that now, but that is a great use for a bone folder. Woo. Okay, now this guy tucks into this little pocket. So it's an interactive card. See, again, I trimmed my nails and now I can't pick up anything. So it shows it like really tucked in there, but I kind of liked it with this guy sticking out. And so it's more obvious to me, I think, that, hey, that's meant to be pulled out in red. Cute little thing. But wait, we're not done. There it is. Oh, I'll need that in a second. They included these little, like, they look like little water droplets. Like, how cool. Seriously, they look like little water droplets. And they asked me to put 7 on the card, and I did on the other one, and I'll show you that, but that just seemed excessive to me. So I'm probably only going to use 5 on this one. So we'll use 2 large ones, I think, over here on this lily pad. And then we'll go to the small ones because there's 2 different sizes too, so. So I'm going to make a little triangle. Yeah, like I'm trying to pick it up with my fingernail. That is not going to happen. Let's try the spatula. Oh, there it is. All right, so we will make a little, closer together. We will make a little triangle out of those 3. Then we will also make a second triangle. There we go. So I've got a triangle here and I've got a triangle here. And just, I mean, like, it's so fun, the little dimension you get from those. So I will show you the other one that I made over the weekend with the 7 water droplets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It just seemed like overkill. Still pretty, absolutely. But I felt like 5 was enough. Because you know me, normally I just do 3. So 5 is kind of extensive for me. And then we have our beautiful matching envelope. And we're all good. Like, how pretty is that? I just, love them, love them, love them. Just really good stuff to send to your friends and family. I will say, I don't think I've told this story, but when I interviewed at the library where I work now, I interviewed with 3 people, the director, the business manager, who's my boss now, and the HR manager. So all 3 of them were in the room with me. Very lovely interview. And as soon as I got home, I picked out 3 of my handmade cards that I thought kind of best matched each of their personalities, and sent them a thank you for their time and, you know, how much I'm hoping that I can join their family, you know, the library family. And I'll tell you, when I started and something came up about cards, my boss said, "Oh my gosh, your card was so beautiful." And she was just gushing about it. She was so appreciative to get that card. So let me tell you, a handmade card goes a long way. Got me a job. Actually, I think I had that job anyway, but it certainly didn't hurt. So, Yes, I love the rich colors, especially that lotus blossom. So pretty, that vellum. And that's another thing I love about paper pumpkin is you get to kind of experiment with some things maybe that you don't have in your crafting arsenal yet. Like maybe you don't have these cute little embellishments. Maybe you didn't have any vellum. Um, Maybe you didn't even have any dimensionals. Oh, here's some. Here's what they can do for you. So it's really nice. You get to explore some different techniques and some different looks and some different products, like at a very affordable price. So, all right, next month, so you'll have until September 10th, which is not very far away. And the next kit is called From the Heart. This was actually designed alongside of our founder and board chair, Shelley Gardner. So she loves a frilly, layered kind of floral thing. So I absolutely love these colors. You'll have a special color box next month, a little preview of the stamp set, which we don't normally get. So that's kind of cool. And this kit will make, I think it's 8 elegant little note cards and treat boxes. So you'll have kind of a whole set. Like, how pretty would these be at like a bridal shower, something like that? Speaking of which, if you ever need more of something, you can always up your subscription. So you can always say, oh, I want 2 this month, or I want 3 this month. Maybe you're getting together with friends, get enough for y'all to have your own kit. So some fun little ideas like that. But yeah, this is a gorgeous kit. So you have until September 10th to make sure that you have a subscription. If you're not sure if you want to keep going with it, you can just sign up and then cancel after you get this one. Or you can buy a prepaid 1-month subscription. And then if you decide you like it, go ahead and enter your credit or debit card and they'll just keep sending them to you. So it's a fabulous way to get your craft on. All right, let me come up here and we'll chat for a second. So yeah, if you notice, I mean, that took half an hour even with the chatting. And obviously, if you were making all 8 of them, you kind of do assembly line. You do all the stamping first, and then you put the next thing together. So it really doesn't take you that long. And that's part of what I love too, is if you need something quick, or if you want to get crafty, but you're like, oh, I don't have the brain power. I don't have the spoons left today, to go down and think of what to make and then get everything out and cut it all out and all that stuff, right? Paper pumpkin's a great solution for that. You just hop into your kitchen table, grab a pair of scissors, and in under an hour, put together the entire kit. Or just one if you just need a card today. So some great things like that. I did mention you can cancel your monthly subscription anytime. You can put it on hold, whether it's a monthly or a prepaid, anytime. So if you need to skip a month, you absolutely can. I've had family and friends both take advantage of that when life got busy, when they were moving or anything like that. So totally good. And it's a great way to build your stamp and ink collection. So if you are low on space, if you're on a budget, if you're just not sure this stamping thing is for you, you can just start getting the kits. And once the consumables, all the cardstock and everything is gone, you'll still have a stamp set and an ink spot that you can reuse and reuse and reuse, and just make some more cards or make little projects, or even just stamp with the kids. And the really nice thing too is that Stampin' Up! Makes sure there's a different color ink spot. They don't repeat an ink spot within a 12-month period. So if you get 12 different paper pumpkin kits, you're going to have 12 different color ink pads. So that's pretty awesome. And then you can see which one you're always grabbing. And if you're always grabbing, the pretty peacock, then maybe you want to invest in the full-size pad. So, all right. Do you guys have any other questions or anything? I know Penny's a subscriber already. Betty, I know you did subscribe before. We'd love to have you back because I know you enjoyed doing a lot of that stuff too. So, all right. That's about all I have for you tonight then. I hope you learned a little something new. I hope it gave you a tip or a trick or something like that. And if I did, then go ahead and share the video so that your friends and family can also learn something new. Until next week, I am still Nan Gurlitz. Happy